Good morning, Green Phonics Group, and welcome to the last phonics session of the week. Wow, how did we get here so quickly? I really don't know. Okay, have a look at the screen today. We have lots of boxes on the screen, and they are all covering a phonics sound that we have recently learnt. So they're all our digraph sounds. Okay, so what we're going to do is rather than me show you them and you tell me the sound today, we're going to try something a little bit different. So what I'd like you to go and get yourself a pen and some paper, and I'm going to say a sound and I'd like you to write it down. Okay, so we're going to try that and see how we do today. Can you remember what letters go in which sound? So pause me, come back to me when you've got your pen and paper, and we'll begin. Okay, so I'm going to do all of the sounds. So I'm going to read the sounds out in order that I've got them on the screen. So you just need to write them down. So I'm going to read them across the screen. So I'm going to go across this way. I'm going to go across that way, and then down. So maybe if you follow the same pattern, when you look at them, when we look at them later, you'll see if you've got the right one. Okay, so my first sound is O. Can you write the O sound, please? Don't forget, if you need longer than I give you, then you can pause me between sounds. The second sound is ng. The third sound is uh-oo, uh-oo. The fourth sound is ow. Okay, I'm moving down onto the second line now. So the next sound is f, f. The next sound is or. Then we have R and Q. Okay, so moving on, we have A, then Ch, then then Oi, and finally Sh. Okay, how did you do? Are you ready? Again, pause me if you haven't finished, but if you're ready, let's have a look and see how you did. So the first sound, the O sound, let's have a look. There he is. Did you get that right? An O and an A. Then we've got N, which is your N and your G. Ooh, two O's. Ow, an O and a W. How did you do so far? Okay, next line, let's have a look. So F. Then we've got O, R, and Q. Okay, how are we doing? Hopefully well. We have A here. Then we've got Ch. Now, did you remember? There are two ways to make the sound. So there were two boxes there for that one because can be made in two different ways. Which one goes at the end of the word? Can you remember? Hopefully you can. Okay, and finally we've got oi and we've got shh. Take a look at those. How did you do? If you got all or most of those right, well done, very well done. Any that you didn't get right, take a real good look at now and try and get the photograph in your brain of what two letters go together to make that sound. Okay? Right, let's move on and see what we're doing today. Now, as per usual, as it's the end of the week, we are going to have a look at all the sounds we've done this week, and we're going to have a little bit of a practice with them. Okay? So, as per usual, we've got some words at the top of the screen. Pop the sound buttons on them, blend them together, and tell me what the words say. Come back to me when you're ready. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's pop my pen on and let's put some sound buttons on here. Okay, so the first one we've got single sound, digraph, single sound. Fern, fern, fern. How about the next one? Single sound, digraph sound, single sound. G, own, gown. Okay, again, we've got single sound, digraph sound, single sound. Horn, horn. Oh, they're getting a bit longer now. Are you ready? So you've got single sound, digraph sound, single sound. Ooh, digraph sound. So tricky one, this one. Ought, mortar, mortar. Did you get that one? That's quite a tricky one. Okay, and then we've got single sound, digraph, single, single. But burnt, burnt. Remember, the more you blend those sounds together, the more you merge one sound into the next, the more likely you are to hear the word. Right, hopefully you did well on those. Now, we've got our words down here, which I'm going to say, and you're going to try and spell for me. So are we ready? As per usual, I'll say the word, pause me, write your word down, and come back to me to see how you did. So the first word is thorn. Thorn. Okay, shall we take a look at thorn? Let's have a look. Here we go. So we have got n. Thorn. How did you do with that one? Okay, the next one is crowd. Crowd. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look. So, crowd. Crowd. Okay, so they're going to get a bit longer and a bit trickier now. Are you ready for the challenge? So the next one is coward. Coward. Okay, this one is a tricky one. Let's have a look. Let's pull that one away. So we've got ard, coward, coward. Okay, how about quicker, quicker? Try that one for me. Okay, let's have a look. So for quicker, so we've got k. Did you know it was curly cat and kicking cat both together? And the at the end, and obviously the at the end is our er. So quick Okay, final one. One of my favourite words for practicing the sound. Murder. Murder. Have a go at that one. Let's have a look. So we've got So we've got both of the sounds in here, and they show us exactly where they normally go. The ER is at the end of the word, and the UR is in the middle. So murder. There were some tricky words there today. So if you got all of those right, that is absolutely fantastic. If you didn't, I'm not surprised because some of them are quite long and quite tricky today. Take a look at them and see how you're saying them, to think about what you could say and how you could say the word differently to hear all those sounds. Okay, so we're going to move on now and have a look at today's task. Okay, so today we have two tasks. We have the task that's in red and the task at the bottom in black. So our first task is to read these sentences. Now, each of these sentences can be drawn. So I'd like you to read the words, figure out what it says, and then draw me the picture that goes with it. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pictures to draw today to go with these phrases, with these sentences. Okay? Now, they're using all our phonics knowledge, so they're using a mixture of all the phonics sounds that we've been learning. So it's a really good practice to read them, understand them, and then be able to draw what you've been asked to draw. Once you've done that, at the bottom of the screen, there is a very pretty picture. Now, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to write a description of this picture. Now, that's going to be practicing our adjectives that we looked at earlier in the week. So remember, an adjective is something that describes a noun. A noun is the thing, the object, the house, the flower, the path, whatever you can see in the picture. And the adjective describes those things. So it might be describing what it looks like, and obviously the picture gives you a really good indication of what it looks like. But you could imagine, so your imagination could work out the smells, maybe the sounds that you would hear as you were walking through that lovely garden, that lovely setting. The windows are open. What could you be hearing from inside? So there's lots of different ways that you can describe this picture. Use your imagination and remember to describe, to use your adjectives to describe your noun. So I don't just want to know there's a garden of flowers. I want to know that they are fragrant flowers, or that they are majestic flowers or colourful flowers. Use your descriptive words to tell me what's in the garden. Describe how the path feels when you walk on it. Have a go. Use any descriptive words you like to try and tell me what it would be like to be in that setting. Okay? Have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.